Well, it's part two. Vandy spring practice is underway. We are breaking down the program as we go. It is part two. Let's saddle up and roll.
You are Locked On Vandy, your daily podcast on the Vanderbilt Commodores. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome into the Locked On Vandy podcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm your host, Corey Burton. Today, we're diving into part two of our guest appearance by Kurt Page and his new friend from Coaching Worldwide, Coach Ya. So that we've been breaking down the program, the Vandy program, football in general, and just getting to know Coach Ya a little bit. So it's a two-parter. So saddle up here and check out part two here in just a minute. But first, today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Make every moment more. New customers, join today and you'll get $200 in bonus bets if your first bet of $5 or more wins. So visit FanDuel.com/lockedon to get started. Thank you for listening. We are the Locked On Podcast Network. Find us anywhere you get your podcast and on YouTube as a part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Just remember, it's your team every single day. Now, without further ado, here's part two.
Let me look at the upside for Clark Lee. What motivates Clark Lee to do well? Number one, have a chance here to market his defense to either be the cow pen for the football program, or he is getting reps to be the next DC at some other college.
Or in
NFL. Let's just go like, what is NFL? NFL head coaches, right when they get fired, Vrabel was what? He was in line for a few head coaching jobs. Would Clark Lee? No, he didn't. His record does not match Vrabel's. No. Vrabel had multiple playoff appearances. So you look at as a higher person, you go, Clark Lee, this is your market. Assistant defensive coordinator, NFL, defensive coordinator, maybe in college football, if you don't put something together on tape this year. Because Notre Dame, that was 3 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. How much offense has changed since then, Corey? You're a guru on offense.
Dude, it's changed tenfold in the last year.
Okay. So show us something.
Yeah.
So his mindset, if he has us as his advisors or his coaches, as his motivators, consultants, that's what we need to start a service. Yeah. We would be telling him that. Mm-hmm. And that means attention to detail. Now, does it look like he's doing all that? Absolutely. Yeah, I think he got the memo.
Yeah, he definitely
got the offensive coordinator. He's got the strength coach. He's putting everything in that he can be, marketable as defense coordinator to lead this program, get a new contract or extension contract. Mm-hmm. And if he can't, then he's put all the eggs out there,
Yeah, he's getting himself ready for worst case scenario, which is worst case scenario. He's no longer the coach at Vandy. Best case scenario, they go to a bowl game, he gets an extension, and they just keep building from there.
And the difference might be like a Stackhouse gets $15 million for getting fired. I don't know what Clark Lee gets.
Probably not much.
I don't know. $2 million, $5 million.
Yeah, probably.
So that's for me. $15 million would be generational money. Mm-hmm. But it's like the NFL now and NBA.
Yeah, but that's just money. So
yeah, that's true.
What do you got? What are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
I think it's generational money. I would love if this show generated $15 million.
Yeah.
Maybe it will after this episode, but so it's crazy how things are kind of unfolding there. And I didn't honestly, I made my bold prediction of 6 bowl games. And for a lot of those reasons, that was before spring practice started. And now I'm like doubling down on it now because I'm like, okay, there's a lot of things happening here because I didn't expect
we need to stay quiet and put all the money we can sell, all the toilet paper we can sell or whatever, and put it in there and bet on it and get it. We can get them at their lowest point now.
Well, the over is 2.5.
Gambling? We don't do gambling on this show, do we? It's not.
Well, no, we do FanDuel.
Okay, we do FanDuel.
Yeah,
we need to know what FanDuel. People need to know what to go after.
Yeah, the over under for wins is 2.5. Smash
Oh
that.
my gosh!
Smash the over on that.
You want to bet? I mean, you want like that? What is an automatic? What do you call when you got? That means we win 3 games.
Yeah.
Corey, man, you could go there and help. We could win 3 games.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's 3 wins out there.
More than 3 games.
Alcorn State, Georgia State, and Ball State. There's your 3 wins.
Come on. FanDuel.
So
all Vanderbilt people, Locked On Vandy, put what number do we put on there?
Any number you want, but smash
0. Let's see. So 0. So 0 to 3. So it'd be
smash the over. It's 3 wins.
So every Vandy,
as you can see, he knows how to do it.
Yeah. So take the over on the 2.5 wins.
Yeah,
take the over,
man.
Just take the over. Just trust me. Take the over.
Now, because we're going to gain, it may get stronger, right?
It definitely will get stronger.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to get stronger.
4 wins and 5 wins.
Yeah, so Kurt, let's go through the schedule then. All right, I'm gonna read the names out to you. I'm gonna read the games out to you. All right, we're gonna assess it win by win. So we've got our 3 wins. All right, Alcorn State, Georgia State, and Ball State. Okay, so we got those 3 penciled in as wins. Based on last year's team, you can't pencil in anything as a win, but I think with the way things are going now, I think you can get those.
You can tell the story about that, about the winning team, losing team of all time. We heard this morning.
Maybe. Let's hear him though. What's the rest?
Go ahead. We're just strategizing. There's 3 here already over here.
Yeah. So Virginia Tech.
We got the next
game 1.
Okay.
Virginia Tech.
Win.
What do we think? Win? Set the tone?
Yes.
All right. Alcorn State, we said win.
The reason why, let's look at it. The reason why they don't know exactly what they think what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we want them to start thinking. That gives us an advantage for at least a quarter, maybe a half. And then if they're reassured what they thought we were going to do and they start defensing it, Corey, you're an offensive play caller. Who's got the advantage? Us. So it's advantage us.
Yeah.
That's the mindset we need to have.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know who all they've got new coaching or new playing. It's about us.
Yeah, it absolutely is about us.
Right now, we don't know our best plays. We don't know our best players. We don't know our best situation, but we're going to find that out. And then there's no scrimmage games, right, in college football. And they better not be spying on us. I'll send Coach Yaw up there. We'll get after him, baby. All right, go to the next game.
All right.
We're 4 wins right there.
4 wins. So, yeah, Alcorn State, Georgia State. All right, our next game is at Missouri on September 21st.
Going to be a tough game.
Yeah, that's with Missouri.
They run the wide zone and they play defense and they recruit all over.
They've vastly improved that. Now, talk about a team that's gone from like worst to first.
Coach. He needs to be one of the bigger coaches. Like he's going to be a big coach, for people.
Yeah. Drinkwitz was in Clark Lee's situation this time last year. In case you want to know.
That's a great. And we need to contrast and compare things the way he developed his program.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, think about that.
I think it's a toss up. I say it's a toss up. I'll lean in on, maybe we'll get too confident like we were 4-0 my senior year. We got too confident, lost.
Yeah. So right now, we're at 3-1 now. We'll call that a loss. All right, Alabama. They're still Alabama.
Let's get home. Let's play. Let's get home.
Let's get home. Let's play. I think it'll be more competitive than it usually is, but
I don't care. Just get home.
It's Alabama.
Be real. Let's be real.
Yeah. All right, at Kentucky.
Let's win. That's a victory all the way.
Yeah.
Got no quarterback. Got no system. Great defensive coach. Struggling. Hopefully he got a new contract, so he'll be more. They've got a good quarterback
who hasn't played hardly any.
At Georgia, he's backed up. We know about the guy. You know about him. You're the guy.
Yeah. He's unproven, and they have no system. So I call that a win. All right, Ball State.
Coordinator went back to NFL.
Yep.
So where are we at now? How many wins is that?
We're at 5 wins now because Ball State's a win. So now we're last weekend in October. We're home against Texas.
Get home. Make sure they get back on the plane. Do they want to play that on Thursday night?
Yeah.
When would y'all like to play that? Would y'all like to move that to the new Tennessee Titan Stadium?
Yeah.
You know,
That's
come on, man.
All right. This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The sports calendar is loaded, and FanDuel is making it even more exciting to get in on the action because right now new customers get $200 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. That's $200, $200 you can use to bet the tournament, MLB, NBA, NHL, and so much more. So visit FanDuel.com/lockedon and make your first bet a big win. FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. Yeah, that's
fun with that game.
Yeah, just have fun and get after it, man. But that's a tough one. All right, at Auburn, this is one that I called as a win.
Yeah, no doubt. Still not, going to be over aggressive. Fired the defensive coordinator because of that. Moved people, defensive staff because of him, and you losing, and nothing's changed. They're running the same defense. I live down here. Nothing's changed. They don't change down here. You know that.
Oh, I know.
They just change out the name of whoever's calling the defense. Same, everything's same.
Until Hugh Freeze is gone, I'm not going to believe in Auburn.
No.
All right, South Carolina.
Victory, blowout. They blew us out last year. We're blowing them out this year.
Return the favor. They don't have rats this year. At LSU.
That's Coach Yaw right there.
Yeah, Coach Yaw.
Sorry, I'm going to say LSU win.
Yeah, those are your boys, Coach Yaw. I'm going to say that's an LSU win because it's at LSU. All right, but that's after my week.
Hey, are you going to be able to? Am I jumping the gun having us all go to like a day of the game show or something? Am I jumping the gun? I'm jumping the gun. Never mind.
You might be a little ahead of yourself, but I like the idea. I've thought about that. I like the idea though.
Or talk about it and be there and
put it in your back pocket. We'll come to that. I like the idea.
Going like sidelines or seeing people play. That'd be fun, for you, right?
Yeah. Hey, what's the next game, though?
If we can get to 500 subscribers, if we get to 1,000 subscribers by football,
let's connect. Let him shoot. Let him send out to the people so they'll know.
Coach, send it out.
We got you, brother.
Get us to 1,000.
He's making more claims that I have more reach than he thinks. I'm just, I believe just by bettering yourself and providing information and space for others that are interested in, like you, allowing a space for those who are fans of Vandy and those who value the underdogs coming on top, they'll come and buy in. So that's what you're doing. So
I'm almost at 250 now. And I haven't hardly tapped into any of my networks yet.
So that's, it only shows you.
That's right, brother. All right, well, who's next? Who we got Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay. What's our record right now?
Our record we have we're 7-4. 7-4 at this moment.
Yeah, 7-5, 8-4, 8-4. That we're getting a statue for him, man.
8-4. I'm thinking 7-5 best case scenario with this schedule.
Yeah,
7-5 is absolute best case. I think worst case 4-8. Worst case 4-8. And that's
it's a 4-8, and we're like, damn, we lost that game by that and that. Let's go. Let's ride up again. Don't you think?
Yeah. And it's all.
I go out sitting, the players are laying down. They're giving up. Coach Yaw, I'll tell you, we got to make a change.
So, Coach Yaw, what's the most important game on the schedule? Because a lot of people are saying the South Carolina game is the most important because that could be the game that vaults us into a bowl game. For me, and I'll let you agree or disagree or pick even another game. To me, I think it's out of the gates. You've got to set the tone. Virginia Tech is the most important game. You got to set.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say if you ask me as a player, you might be for specific or thinking about a specific game, but as a coach, as a person who been to multiple programs worldwide, you always got to say at the moment, right? You always got to say the one in front of you. It doesn't make, like you said, if it doesn't make a difference. Like if we, it's like I How about this? It's like me saying about my grades in school and college. I had to go off the bat as strong as I did with the low level courses. So then the hardest ones, it can cruise me by with my GPA. So I approach the same thing when it comes to football. Especially when you're fresh, most people should be healthy. I know there's always this ratio or relationship between the experience belt versus health-wise. So, like beginning of the season, you've got more health but less experience. Later in the season, you got more experience, less health. Which one is better? I'll still take the first. I better have people who are healthy, because if they're healthy, they can run faster. They don't have to compensate. But that's, you see, as a person from the outside or listening to your show to learn more about Vandy, I guess that's my input. I think as a coach, as a player, that's what should be at the moment right now.
I like it. I like where your head's at, Coach Ya. So let's before we wrap things up, let's get into you, Coach Ya.
Myself.
So first of all, tell us just how you got here, man. Like, how'd you make it to the seat that you're sitting in right now? How did you meet Coach Page? What's bringing you two together?
Well, I guess I can do a long story short, but definitely what brought me here, as always, is God, and you know that, I know that, and everyone knows that. But long story short, I was born and raised in Israel, and then I came to the U.S. I got introduced to the sport later in age, and then I got to play college football in the U.S. Back in 2017. Played on the East Coast. After I finished my career, I traveled, coached, played a little, multiple countries and whatnot, worldwide, built a business, failed in the business. Now I'm kind of rebuilding it. But part of the journey had been being involved with the group that came to Israel, FCA Fellowship Christian Athletes Association. The people that gave me the belief that I could play college football in the U.S., that I am able and I'm capable, led by David Haas Johnson from around the 2012, I would say. So since then, I've been on that journey. Later, I've been one of those who have been accompanying the group and helping with the whole shebang. The last time that they come to Israel, they actually came under the name Score International. And that's when Dr. KP over here had joined the ride. And I was, and I got to meet him there. We built a relationship, built friendship too. And when I came to the U.S., I actually was going to kind of go at my business more, develop some football in Virginia, as a matter of fact.
There you go.
But one plans, God laughs, and the war had happened, and I ended up back in Israel to volunteer. And then when I came back to the U.S., Coach and Dr. KP had offered me to come to Tunica with them to present. Mm-hmm. And I figured, you know what, that's important. That's a great opportunity, and I want to take it. Next thing I know, I had the option to go up north. And then Coach KP over here told me, shouldn't you at least check the school that you might be interested in one time? Mm-hmm. Came down and got hooked. That was about a month and a half ago. So
now you're at GM?
Yes, I am. I'm a new coach. I coach the linebackers right now.
Nice. And are you teaching in the building, or are you? I
am a substitute teacher as of now, and I work. I'm also a CEO in this company called FootballThings.com. They sell equipment and whatnot. So been able to work smaller jobs as I keep building my own platform and business. We've been doing some podcasts ourselves. There's a lot of stuff that now that I'm more grounded, I can tackle. I'm sure you can relate to that sometimes. I know I've seen the room that you're in. Mm-hmm. Everything is set a certain way. That's your zone. that's your Zen space, and that's how you grow and glow.
You gotta have a spot behind you. You gotta have, I got contrast lighting there. I've got all my see this football right here. I played for my dad. And this was my senior year right here. He achieved his 100th win. So you can't see it, but my signature over like the course of 22 years has faded out, obviously, but it's right there in the middle. So I got that. That's one of my favorite artifacts. And I just got random things behind me.
But I will say,
you remember this? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh yeah. Poster. Yeah.
There you go. Bam. All right. Fire TV is your destination for sports, from live games to highlights to in-depth analysis. Fire TV offers amazing viewing experiences with smart TVs, as well as the Fire TV stick that you can plug into your existing TV that provides access to millions of movies and TV episodes, as well as free and live TV. Whether it's opening weekend for baseball or the college basketball tournament, you're going to want to have a Fire TV. Fire TV recently created Fire TV channels to deliver a constant supply of the latest videos from your favorite sports brands, all for free. That includes all of us at Locked On and most of the big pro leagues and college conferences as well. Fire TV channels let you dive into all of the game analysis, highlights, and more to keep up to date on all the latest in the world of sports, March Madness, NBA, MLB, and lots more. Not to mention great news, entertainment, gaming, travel, cooking videos as well. Check out Fire TV channels on Fire TV and Alexa devices. If you haven't checked out Fire TV channels, you should. Trust me on this. To learn more, visit www.amazon.com/lockedonfiretv. Are you watching Fox Sports or ESPN on your TV all day? You have to turn down the volume with all of that shouting. So make the switch to Locked On Sports Today, a free 24/7 sports streaming channel programmed for you every day to bring you the biggest stories without all the screaming. Locked On Sports Today brings you can't-miss analysis, opinions, and news, streaming 24/7 on YouTube or for free, or the free Amazon Fire TV channels app, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I can't point to it, but you know what I'm pointing to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I will say this, though, the last thing that I'll probably say, since you like you said, you are wrapping up the show soon enough. The key thing in my life right now that I've been able to dial in and do lots of different things has been from simplifying by being selective. And I don't say it for nothing. It really does make all the difference, because in your show, you could have spoken about many things. Right. But you picked the narrative, you picked the thought, and went with it. Same with like what you have allowed us to answer or question or whatnot. And that I guess that would be the biggest message for whoever does listen, if anyone does listen from Vandy itself to you, that, we want to be, there's a lot of things you can fix and a lot of things you can change. But as you know, it only takes the first step, right? I think there's a phrase, for many people, it takes years to realize, to make a step in a few moments. I can't remember exactly the phrase, but basically, long story short, what it is just people take a long time just to make the first step. So it sounds to me that's what was done.
Step at a time, right? Step at a time. Yeah. When I started this thing right after Christmas, or right before Christmas, I had zero fan base, zero listenership.
Right.
Now I'm up to a good number here. So,
we're glad you're listening, man. We're glad you're listening to Vanderbilt, all sports. Football. You highlighted baseball, women's basketball, football. Everything's going on.
Basketball's looking for a video coordinator, by the way.
Yeah, and then everything you talked about, those exciting times. We love sports and we love kids, so we're in the kid business. Yeah. So that's the big thing too.
Yeah, it's all about high school football game is growing rapidly. You guys are on the cutting edge of that stuff, man. And my calling might be to transition into I might take the John Madden path where I go from coaching into broadcasting as my sport.
That would be cool.
Get the word out there. So KP, I wanted to show you something real quick though.
All
this
right.
is you have no idea who this kid is. All right, but I asked them to create this for me. Did you listen to my spring break episodes where I did the different players from different eras and who would be on the cover of EA Sports college football?
I didn't.
All right, go back and listen to them. I did polls on them and like that people voted.
Oh, you're in the polls, and you combined them all. I heard you talking about it. I'll go look at them. I'll catch up.
No, just look right here.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, so we created that.
Jay Cutler. That's Madison Academy's wide receiver.
That's
Bennett. That's Winborn too, right?
Bennett, Winborn, and then Jordan Matthews right there, 87.
That's cool. So it's down to those 4, and you vote for them.
I don't know if I'm going to do a poll for them. This cover's pretty cool looking, so I may not do a poll. But
So you did that cover? You pulled that together?
I had a kid do that.
You had a kid do it for your academic courses?
Yeah, for my digital art and design class. He put that together for me.
Now he's talented, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Power. It's now James Lawson, but for our Hillwood days.
That's right.
You brought back some good memories though when we talked about red, yellow, green, man.
Yeah. We got it there, man. It's it's morphed into all other things, trying to make good decisions for kids.
It's morphed a bit. Right. It's morphed into the art, like it's taken on an RPO thing now.
That's right.
That's okay. It's what it needs to. Red's the quick screen, right?
Yep.
The whatever
swing passes, your tight end, your slop, whatever you're throwing out.
Are you going to tag that like red?
Yeah.
Bang, red trail, red.
Sure. Yeah.
Red now.
Yeah.
I think I called it
exactly
fast. I called it fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, red fast.
Are we going to give them a number? From the one receiver, it's always the now screen, or run red one or red now. So
you tag it. Yeah. Then yellow is the quick game.
Yeah, intermediate, right over the second level, and where he's teaching all the linebackers, and I'm sitting in there. And I'm going, okay, this is how they teach the linebackers. So in the meetings, I'm going, all right, we got to find a way to wiggle in there and get open. So
Miller Baker shout out to Miller Baker. He was a pro at that, man. He
did a great job.
Slither into some space there and would just rip it in there to him. Are you going to tag those, or are you just going to go with one concept?
Yeah, I'm going to tag. I would tag those with an outside zone. All the yellow with outside zone away, and run the glance away. Run the outside zone to the left and glance out to the right. Yeah. With that yellow glance,
Yeah.
Maybe even a 5-step glance if we needed to extend it,
Yeah. And I think you're getting into the greens though when you
that's right.
You're probably getting to is green going to be same side? Like you go, what are you going to attach with green? Are you going to attach different run concepts, or is it all?
Yeah, I think green is we got to figure out. It's got to be something that the lineman.
The run concept in green would have been like a QB draw. It would be a shovel. It would be
something slower developing.
I'm thinking duo. If you want to have some hill, because those guys are just going to double team. They're not really supposed to
double and latch up and hold on to their guy.
Yeah, they're not really supposed to climb on that. Duo's not a combo play. It's straight doubles, and you leave those linebackers untouched,
right?
And make the running back and quarterback make those guys right. So I could see go duo with like a deep post,
right,
to the call side. Like you go duo, everybody
you run double post. You can run a dip. Have one guy break inside to the far hash and outside guy run up the near
duo. Like everybody combos to the right, and then you have from the right. So you go like a 3x1 concept.
Yeah.
Where you have the double post, and then you have your tight end blocking comboing with the place of tackle.
You need to keep some protection in there. That's right.
Yeah. So you just have those two routes, and you have like a dig coming from the backside. So it's like double post with a dig.
All right, let's get the marketing. Let's get out there and let's get this red, yellow, green sold to all the offenses all over the world.
Send me, like when you start installing, send me some cut ups.
All right. Okay.
I'll talk about it.
Sounds good, man.
But that's going to do it for us here officially on the Locked On Vandy podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you to Coach Ya, Coach KP, Dr. KP, to utah.com. I want to thank you everydayers. You guys make this all possible. Make sure you like and subscribe. Spread it worldwide, and let's get this thing going on the other side of the pond. And we're gonna be the biggest show in the world. That's the goal. So Locked On Vandy on X and Instagram. But with that, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for listening. We'll holler at you tomorrow, and take care. And as always, anchor down.
Anchor down. All right.
Peace.
That was awesome, man. Did you have fun?
I did.
He'll work